ერთი ორი გარეთ იქნება სავარაუდოდ
თავიდან სხვა ფერი იყო ფილტრი გავათო არა ბიჭო ძალიან ცივი გია და იქ თბილია ყველაფერი და ეს იყო თბისა
ბაკურჩიკ დავამაგრე ისე რომ გავედით ხო გარი
რა იმართება?
ეს არა შეერთებული ეს ირაშვაშია არა კაცო ის ზუმი უჩკაროა შიგნით შეხედე რა მიდი უცებ რაზე არის რომელიმე გამოერთებული და დიაფრაგმა ხო არ აქვს
ერთი ორი
ხო რა მუშაობდა ძენ აქ?
ფოკუსი არ მუშაობს. არ რა, დიდი ხანი უნდა ვაყრიო, რომ
მაგიტო როგორ ჩახსნილი?
მაგიტომ ჩახსნილი ხაზინება. კიგების
კაი.
Ambassador of Romania. World Bank Group. European Bank for Reconstruction and Development. Ambassador of the Republic of Turkey. Ambassador of the Kingdom of Netherlands. European Investment Bank. International Finance Cooperation World Bank Group. Embassy of Kingdom of Spain. Embassy of the Republic of Korea. Japan International Cooperation Agency. Ambassador of the Republic of Italy, International Federation of Red Cross and Red Crescent Societies, Ambassador of the Republic of Bulgaria, Ambassador of the Federal Republic of Germany, Ambassador of the French Republic, Ambassador of the State of Israel, Ambassador of the Republic of Lithuania, Ambassador of the Republic of Austria, Ambassador of the Republic of Poland, Embassy of Ukraine, Ambassador of the Republic of Latvia. International Monetary Fund. Apostolic Nuncio, Holy See. Ambassador of the Slovak Republic. Embassy of the Republic of Iraq. NATO. Ambassador of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. Ambassador of the Swiss Confederation. Council of Europe. Ambassador of the People's Republic of China. Ambassador of the Republic of Kazakhstan. Ambassador of the United Arab Emirates. Ambassador of the Republic of Azerbaijan. Ambassador of the European Union. Ambassador of the State of Qatar, Ambassador of the Islamic Republic of Iran, Ambassador of the United States of America, President of Georgia, Her Excellency Salome Zurabishvili.
Excellencies, distinguished guests, it is a great pleasure and honor to have you here tonight. This year has been one of challenges, but also of hopes. This year has been the year of Ukraine. Ukraine, which has gone through this all-out aggression. I won't repeat the words, unprovoked, unwarranted, unjustified, and everything. And Ukraine has resisted for now 10 months. Its proud people has shown us what it means to be resolute, to be resilient, and most of all, to be united. And doing that, the people of Ukraine and its leaders have, in fact, defeated Russia, or at least already defeated Russian propaganda, Russian strategy, which Russia has to change not one but many times, and has defeated Russia because it has revealed to the entire world what the world didn't want to see in the previous acts of aggressions, and like in 1992, 2008, 2014, this time the world has discovered the real face of Russia. This year has been also the year of Europe, also a year of challenges and hopes. Challenge because what was the ground for the creation of Europe, which is to get rid of war forever, has come back in the middle of Europe, this war. And in a way, it's challenging and defeating the purpose of Europe. But that's not the case, because thanks to this challenge, Europe has reopened really its path towards enlargement, which has been probably the most successful of the European policies over the years. It has moved towards becoming a full-fledged power that does not hesitate to use its strengths to support its allies, its partners, and to show what it is to be a new power. And it has decided, and that was not easy, to consolidate its independence, and especially its energetical independence. And we all know how that is difficult, how that is hurting and is very heavy for the populations. But thanks to that, Europe is now really emerging as a power to be reckoned with by all, and has thus demonstrated its unity and its resolve. And that's the Europe we want to be closer to and integrated to. This year it has also been a year for women, for the women of Ukraine again, and also the Iranian women, and I want to pay my respects to them. What year has it been for Georgia? There too, a mixture of challenges and new possibilities. Challenges, of course, the war in Ukraine by itself is a challenge to Georgia because it revives the wounds old and current, the occupied territories, and some of the fears that all of the neighbors of Russia, especially the smaller ones, have. And despite that, at every stage, and I want to underline that, the Georgian people have been in full solidarity with the Ukrainian people and their struggle. That has shown in many different ways, whether it's humanitarian aid, individual fighters that are fighting with their Ukrainian brothers, demonstrations on the streets of different type, receiving Ukrainian refugees. Our citizens have said their word, and their word is that there is no peace that is lasting without justice, freedom, and independence for all. New challenges have appeared also for our policy of European integration. The perspective that we have been given, and that we have been given thanks to the Ukraine struggle, is one that is a historical major step, because it closes forever a debate that had been going on and on about geography dictating its borders. And that is closed now. Historical is also the decision to go forward with these new projects, and today is a day when was signed the green energy cable under the Black Sea, and that shows where we are going and how important these new links with Europe, the concrete links, are. But we all know also that not receiving the candidate status was an extreme disappointment for the Georgian population. A population that has never flinched, that has never changed on its path towards Europe. We all know that the 12 recommendations will determine the next decisions. And again, it is very clear what the Georgian population wants from its authorities, from its political elites, and what they expect from them. And their expectation, as clear as it is, should be well listened to. It is also important that beyond dealing with, of course, the authorities and the political forces, our partners from outside, when they address us, do not forget to recognize the population, its political will. Georgians should not be forgotten. Have them on your mind. Another challenge that Georgia has been facing, in addition, of course, to the war in Ukraine and what it shows about the determination of Russia of trying to still impose its will upon its neighbors, is directly our relation with Russia. Some people here might think that they need more analysis. Some groups might feel that it is safer to criticize our Western partners than our occupant. It remains that the main challenge to Georgia is, and will be as long as it lasts, the occupation of our territories by the Russian forces. The challenge is to Georgia, it is to our citizens that live on both sides of the occupation line. It's to our citizens in Abkhazia that are challenged over the control on their own land, to their language and to their identity, who are challenged by the attempts to mobilize them against Ukraine. They are also challenged by these false threats that Georgia might want to take advantage of the ongoing war to recuperate our territories, when what we want is to reunite with our population. And that doesn't go through grabbing territories. That's for other people to do. We have a new challenge, and that is Russian massive immigration. It's a challenge, and it's also an opportunity, and it's because it's demonstrating once again what is Georgian tolerance and Georgian hospitality. But hospitality should not be stupid. And we have a duty towards our own population to be in full control of what is happening, have our borders open, yes, especially that among those Russian citizens, there are many Georgian origin citizens, but at the same time, be sure that we have in place the right legislation, the right regulations to avoid in the future unwanted tensions. The greatest challenge, not only to us, but probably to the whole of Europe and the rest of the world, will come when the time of negotiations will come. And that is clearly in the hands, and only in the hands, of the Ukrainian people. But when that time comes, if one wants to avoid in the future the repetition of 1992, of 2008, of 2014, of 2022, and many other aggressions towards neighbors, it has to be clear that occupation is no longer tolerable on the continent of Europe. And whoever wants a real peace and a real negotiation has to first recognize that and then discuss. Finally, for Georgia, together with such major challenges all around us that might and will determine the future of our nation, our internal challenges appear anachronic, absurd, and uncalled for. Here too, the population's aspiration is clear. They want to finish with polarization. They want to see emerging new forces for the future of Georgia, new figures, new perspectives. But for the time being, that is not the wish or will of the political forces, whether the majority or whether the majority of the opposition. They are all still clinging to either power or to their own party aspirations. Clearly, one of the issues that is accentuating this polarization is the issue around the former president. I have said, and I will repeat, that for the sake of this country, for its reputation, for its internal stability and for its future, it is important that all sides stop with speculations and that we wait for this decision on the 22nd of December, which I'm confident, and I want to be confident, that it will allow the Georgian population to get out of this quandrum and allow the political forces to do what is their duty, which is to concentrate on governing and on solving the issues and clearly setting Georgia on a stable path towards Europe, towards peace, and towards prosperity. And that is what I wish for this country for 2023. That is what I wish for all of you, for you, your families, and for the whole world. Thank you very much. And now, let's dance.
Betancourt.
Madam President Salome Zurabashvili, Excellency, President, Chairman of the Parliament, colleagues from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, dear colleagues and excellencies from the ambassadors and international organizations, dear friends. On behalf of the Diplomatic Corps accredited to Georgia, I would like to thank you, Madam President, for inviting us to what has become a felicitous annual appointment with the Diplomatic Corps to celebrate the coming New Year. On this 4th anniversary of your taking the oath of office of President of Georgia, on behalf of the Diplomatic Corps, I wish to present our respects, congratulate you, and wish you well on your many state responsibilities. Congratulations. In this season of goodwill and hope, we offer our sincerest season's greetings and best wishes for a blessed New Year 2023 and a Merry Christmas. Thank you for your important words to us on this evening. The Diplomatic Corps greatly appreciates the special attention afforded to us and your leadership in so many areas of common interest. Indeed, in this past year, we have lived under the heavy shadow of the horrific war in Ukraine that has caused an unimaginable humanitarian catastrophe. Georgia has not escaped the effects of this war. We acknowledge Georgia's generous role in assisting to alleviate this humanitarian tragedy of our day. We live indeed times of great world turbulation that call for ever greater unity in the spirit of humanity. It is with this backdrop that this year many of our states celebrated 30 years of establishing diplomatic relations with Georgia. It has been a year of many celebrations that has brought us together in Georgia and with Georgians in our own states. Looking over the past 30 years, we celebrate just how much Georgia has accomplished, and just so, how great are our bilateral and multilateral aspirations with Georgia. You have visited many of the states that we represent. You have met with many of our heads of state. And allow me to acknowledge your presence at the historic and very symbolic concert of the Georgian choir in the Sistine Chapel in the Vatican last month of June, when the extraordinary Georgian polyphonic harmonies, recognized by UNESCO as an intangible cultural heritage of humanity, rose through the timeless frescoes of creation and the Last Judgment of Michelangelo as a commitment and a prayer for peace. This year, we have ambassadors among us who have opened and inaugurated new residential missions in Georgia, and I'm thinking particularly of the Kingdom of Denmark. We also have a large number of new colleagues amongst us who bring new energy, vitality, and the desire to work together on questions of mutual interest. On behalf of the Diplomatic Corps gathered here today, I would like to thank you. I would like to thank the government of Georgia for the valuable assistance given to the diplomatic community in so many ways, facilitating our mission here. Madam President, as we look to the new year with goodwill and hope, commitment and generosity, on behalf of the Diplomatic Corps gathered here, Diplomatic Corps, the international organizations, I wish you and the whole noble Georgian nation an upcoming new year of peace, of unity and prosperity. Didi, Didi Madloba.
Please proceed to the reception hall, Galactioni.